I'm Steve Hecht, editor-at-large of the Impunity Observer. This video is about my most recent op-ed. Hold traitors accountable to retain GOP majorities. Congress needs hearings on State Department soulless cartel collusion. Congressional Republicans can show the importance of Republican congressional majorities by holding continuous hearings on State Department soulless cartel collusion, displaying traitorous Democrat-aligned officials helping our enemies will increase midterm voter turnout and show that Republicans pursue accountability. Hearings will help President Donald Trump fulfill his promise of punishing traitors and assure his agenda continues. Losing either chamber of Congress will cripple Trump's agenda. If he fails to remove traitors from inside our government, we will have an anti-U.S. Congress. A Democrat administration will then negate all Trump's successes and destroy our system of government. Traitors in the State Department, the intelligence community, and other parts of our government are influencing White House policy and our worst national security threat. They continue soulless cartel collusion even after Nicolas Maduro's removal. The traitors disseminate half-truths that muddy the waters and protect an anti-U.S. agenda. Hearings on State Department cartel collusion would show crimes that would shock and disgust the public about the deep state, including cartel agents in our intelligence community. Removing the cartel from Venezuela is necessary to preserve our Constitution. The cartel participated in the 2020 election fraud and many others. The cartel and the Joe Biden regime colluded. Todd Robinson, a former Barack Obama ambassador and Biden assistant secretary, instigated collusion. Obama's responsibility for treason, including the Biden-Robinson criminal nexus. The State Department's Guatemala operation would be a perfect starting point because much of it is already in the congressional record and is easy to expose. Deputy Chief of Mission Patrick Ventrell played an important role in illegally imposing Bernardo Arevalo as the Guatemalan president. Ambassador Tobin Bradley arrived in Guatemala the month after Arevalo's inauguration and immediately joined the State Department's crimes. State Department traitors kept Bradley and Ventrell in their post during Trump's second tenure. These Biden holdovers undermined Trump by intervening in Guatemalan affairs and appointment processes to consolidate Arevalo's power. They were turning Guatemala into a cartel-aligned dictatorship. Bradley and Ventrell lost their Guatemala roles in January after inflicting much damage. This apparently led to their removal before completing the normal 3-year tour of duty. Subpoenaing Bradley and Ventrell would be explosive. They betrayed Trump by keeping Guatemala open for narcotics to flow by land. They intimidated the judiciary and private sector leaders to keep Arevalo illegally in the presidency after a judge canceled his party for registration fraud. In the hearings, Bradley and Ventrell will commit felonies by lying, expose themselves by telling the truth, or invoke the Fifth Amendment. Abundant damning information will expose them if they lie. Bradley and Ventrell will only testify truthfully under a plea deal. Invoking the Fifth, however, would justify dismissal and underline the importance of continuing the hearings. All three possibilities would energize the hearings. Effective hearings on Guatemala will lead to whistleblowers coming forward from other countries, from inside the State Department and the intelligence community. Continuous hearings will cascade into unstoppable momentum and point to infiltration by the Venezuelan and Colombian regimes. This will build support for Congress and Trump to take action. Congress has a low 20% approval rating. It can comply with its constitutional oversight obligation by holding hearings on State Department soulless cartel collusion. Voters will appreciate exposing the enemy within, causing more voters to favor Republican congressional majorities. Trump is leading the confrontation to save our country from the tyranny, treason, and globalism of those behind the Biden regime and its many partners. Trump cannot prosecute all the traitors. He can, however, use his influence to help U.S. liberty by urging Congress to expose our enemies to the public. If you would like to know more about this and other subjects, please visit the Impunity Observer website, subscribe to our service, and you follow us on social media.